That's like history as it's being made. We would read about it in the paper. I'd see it in the Miami Times that they were here, or that they had been here. But know that I am a Spelman graduate. So I finished high school in 1960 and went to Spelman College in Atlanta the fall of '60. Failed the reading test for freshmen and was assigned to remedial reading under Christine King Ferris, a very stern woman. And after about 2 weeks, she said, I know you all can't read, that's why you're in my class, but I want you to know that my brother and his wife are going to be coming to to Atlanta to organize students for marches, because we can no longer allow Rich's department store, which at that time was the largest department store in the Southeast, not to serve blacks. We all had charge cards and we could buy food, but you couldn't sit and eat. And so that was a big thing at the time. And so she gave special credit for those students who would in fact go to Rush Memorial Church, which was just a half a block from Spelman, to help her brother. So I was with Martin Luther King whenever he was in Atlanta. I was one of those students, even though I didn't read very well. I learned to read afterwards, right? So my point is, you know, that was not, he was history in the making, but I knew him in Atlanta, so it was not a big deal. And the Hampton House, we've always been very proud of it and known about it. But again, for church people, it was not a place for you to hang out. And so I've been very thrilled every time I get a chance now to come, I do. And in fact, my daughter was presented here. She is on the faculty at Carnegie Mellon. And she lectured here, I guess about 2 or 3 years ago. And I really wondered whether or not I should even come today, because I know that the focus was on the Hampton House, but my experience as a longtime resident of Brownsville, which in fact had its own businesses, shoe shop. They not only repaired, well, they repaired shoes, and they had a tailor. Pretty much all of the goods and services that you needed for a community were replicated in Brownsville. Overtown had more and a larger business section, but certainly Brownsville had quite a bit. And something that's very important, the people who lived in Brownsville. I don't know whether you've heard a lot about them, but the first black in the state legislature since Reconstruction, Kershaw, Joe Lang Kershaw, lived right there on 46th Street. Gwen Cherry, the first black female to become a lawyer, to pass the bar, or take the bar, or to pass the bar. I remember my uncle, who was the second black judge, saying to me as I was growing up, he said, sometimes he'd say, you should be a lawyer, ha ha ha. And he laughed because there were no women lawyers. And I didn't think at the time that a woman could become a lawyer. When I was in high school, Gwen Cherry was still a math teacher at Miami Northwestern. And so it was later that she went to law school, and of course the rest is history. So we had a radiologist here, medical doctors, we had politicians, we had Neil Adams, who was on the county commission, the list of people who were active in the community and in state and local politics. Charles Hadley lived in our compound for a while. And so there were really a lot of well-known people.